Pika Pika, Pika, Pikachu. Lucky you got something that actually makes that the real noise.
I mean, my fiance is wonderful.
Hey everybody, I'm Review It Dan.
And I'm Otaku Kent, and this is Evie.
Isn't Frost gonna get a little jealous?
He's in his box napping. He's hibernating.
Ah.
He's hibernating for the winter, although his name is Frost, so it's ironic.
Yes. Georgia got cold very quickly.
As you can't tell, well, I'm more excited than Dan is, but...
I had work today. I'm tired.
Well, not only that, but I'm talking about I'm the only one who's actually getting Let's Go tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm saving up my own money for stuff.
It comes out tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm kind of upset that none of the GameStops are doing a midnight release, but I digress.
Alrighty then. Ready for the notes to go out?
What do you think, Evie? I'll take that as a yes.
No, she said that, oh my gosh, who is this weirdo? Help me.
Yeah, she's talking about you.
I should have said weirdos. I left off the S. Alright. N64 Classic isn't happening anytime soon. I saw this earlier as well.
Reggie Fils-Aimé was in an article or interview, whatever you want to call it, and he said that they have no plans for a Nintendo 64 Classic right now. It was basically the classics were basically a way to keep people held over until the Switch came out,
which does make sense.
There's only NES games playable right now on the Switch. If they want to make money, they either need to hurry up and release more games onto the Switch, virtual console style or not, or they need to release the classic.
Yeah.
I mean, considering they have the technology, it's not that hard to make. It's
True.
just making the shell and the controllers.
Yeah. Because the motherboard for it is not that hard to make.
Yeah.
And you can honestly...
Didn't it use a Raspberry Pi or something like that? You have no clue what I'm talking about.
No, I do not.
Moving on.
Well, it should be easy to make, though. FNAF movie is delayed. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming again.
This is like the fourth rewrites for the script.
Well,
what's the name of the guy who makes FNAF?
Scott Cawthon?
Yeah, he's writing the script. And
which makes sense. He is the one who made the story for the internet of the game.
And he's not changing studios or directors or anything like that. He just did not like the way the script was written again, so he scrapped it and started from scratch.
Well, I remember years ago when they first announced it, Universal
when it was rumored.
Yeah, Universal was getting the rights to it to make the movie. And Scott Cawthon, being a smart person, mind you, said that he's going to be paying close attention to it to make sure it's done right. As in, animatronics have to be animatronic, except for certain scenes that, can't have animatronic doing certain things like, spirit things, whatever. And Universal's like, right, we CGI the whole thing. What? No, we have animatronics. Right, we CGI the animatronics. No, we're not making this a Jurassic Park 3 thing. We're making this with animatronics and CGI. Right, no animatronic whatsoever.
Is that really what happened?
Oh, something along those lines, but now Blumhouse has the rights to FNAF.
Better than Blue Sky or Illumination.
Yeah, well, you know Blumhouse, right? They made Paranormal Activity, Get Out.
Yes, I'm
they
well
make
aware.
Really good scary movies.
Yeah, but you gotta consider their stuff has been repeating a lot lately.
True, but then again, what are you going to repeat with Five Nights at Freddy's?
They could do a lot of the same cruddy jokes.
I guess they could, but you have to admit their practical effects are really great.
I'm going to keep being skeptical until I see a trailer or a teaser.
I'm indifferent as well. I honestly have no expectations of great or bad. I'm just waiting for the trailer.
Yep.
Speaking of trailers, though, I'm a world-class detective, people.
It would have been hilarious if I had a tiny detective hat to put on that hat.
That's what I was thinking, why don't you have a detective hat for? Where's your Sherlock Holmes hat, man?
I don't own a Sherlock Holmes hat.
Why don't you own one?
The closest thing I had to that is my fez.
I probably should have worn that instead. On top of this. But anyways, Detective Pikachu, the movie. Now, I was skeptical a little bit at first when hearing this. A live-action Pokemon movie, which I'm surprised I never they have not done yet.
Well, give the fact that what happened with the last live adaptation of a video game that came through Nintendo came out in '93.
Oh yeah, and not to mention a lot of game turned movies never turned out right. For the most part.
Which one came out right?
Wreck-It Ralph. Technically, it is a video game-based movie.
Technically, yes. Technically. Although, how did Disney got the rights to an actual video game, like not just the characters, the actual video game, to make the movie is astounding to me.
Yeah. And now the trailer shows that Sonic and Mario
actually have speaking roles.
Yeah, speaking roles. It's kind of funny as well. But anyways,
I'm honestly afraid for Ralph Breaks the Internet. Do you want to know why?
Why?
There's a lot of bad memes around a lot of characters that they're showing.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. The internet's a dark place.
It really is. Anyways,
that's funny how it's on the internet as well.
Yes.
But back to
Detective Pikachu.
I did see some pictures of animatronic versions of the Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I mean that was a given.
So it's good that we see some animatronic as well as CGI. Pikachu, so fluffy.
Just imagine what an Eevee would look like.
Even though, yes, CGI has been
overused
a lot, it makes sense for Pokemon at least, because trying to have an animatronic of a Pokemon moving around like this
fluid
is really hard to do with animatronic. You have to get like a lot of money put into it.
Yeah, I was about to say, the tech exists, it's just really, really expensive. And Disney World is proof of that.
Yeah, and the only thing I can say is this. Detective Pikachu can either make good Pokemon movies in the future or break it. It's really hard to say right now, but so far from the trailer, it looks really great.
I have one thing to say.
What's that?
Deadpool is Pikachu. Let that sink in. Ryan Reynolds
Pikachu
is Pikachu.
And he still does a great job at it. Like, you don't really see you see a little bit of Deadpool. Yeah, my head's kind of getting squished in that dang hat.
It's not my fault you got a big head.
It's my fault your head's small.
I got a normal sized head. Anyways,
yeah, you can tell it's Ryan Reynolds, but you can also tell he's actually putting forth some good effort. Like, put down the stapler, or I will electrocute you.
Can we talk about how Mr. Mime's face looks like it was smushed? His head was the right shape, but his face was like.
Well, I love how he doesn't go, Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime. He just does everything.
Well, I'm sure he could. I'm sure they will say Mr. Mime at least once or twice. But yeah, they actually communicate using charades. That was genius.
Oh, and the fact that a shove. You want me to push? I can. You want me to push away people I like?
He's saying shove it.
What? Okay, that's it. We're switching roles. I'm bad cop.
Barrier.
We don't do that. Let's see. Charizard on there.
Okay, Charizard looked freaking scary.
I think there was a point for that one. But it looked really cool.
But I have one problem with that.
What?
Charizards, according to the Pokedex, are roughly 4.5 feet tall.
Still almost a little shorter than we are.
Yes. Makes you wonder how big they're going to make it. Because if they're taller than our main character, what kind of steroids are they giving them Charizards?
Some very official rare candies. Greninjas being assassins. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious how... I played Detective Pikachu for the most part. I haven't finished it. I kind of got distracted with other things in life. But I'm curious to see how close it'll rely on the actual plot of the game. Because so far it seems to be pretty on point. However, we haven't seen any red-eyed, angry Pokemon. But, I mean, that was just a teaser, what we saw, so...
True, very true. And, let's see. There was no battling on Detective Pikachu, was there? Or if there was, it was more like an action kind of command.
No battling whatsoever.
It's strange, but we do actually see a little bit of a battle system inside the movie with Pikachu and Charizard.
Yeah, I have a gut feeling that that's going to be I'm going undercover and it's going to be a Pokemon tournament kind of thing.
Like, they're probably gonna pick me up someone against my size. I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, something like that. But there is another thing. I don't I wonder if they're going to follow it like this, because in Detective Pikachu, the game, Pikachu could not remember how to use his attacks.
Good point. He didn't really seem like, a fit Pikachu would, because he still hopped up and had to grab the side of the shelf to actually get up.
Yeah. But he after the accident that had Tim's father disappear, because they were partners, that Pikachu and his father were partners, he lost his memory for the most part and could not remember how to use attacks. So I'm wondering if they're going to incorporate that into it as well.
They might, but then again, when people lose their memory, something can trigger the memories to come back immediately to help them out.
It's too early to tell.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts on there, and people get really upset. I saw people get confused with was Jigglypuff getting mad. At first I was like, why is Jigglypuff mad for? It didn't take me until about a few rewatches of it to see that someone was asleep right next to her. She put someone to sleep. She always gets mad for that. Jigglypuff. Oh man.
You got anything else to say about it? Because I'm out.
Let's see. Honestly, I do like the way the Pokemon look.
Yeah.
Even with the CGI, being overused. In a world like this, because I heard, I think, who was it I saw who said something about, I can't remember their name right now, but they said that this looked like a world, I think it was Arlo. He said that this looked like a world of Pokemon. Because you see the forest with Pokemon in it, but you also see a city with Pokemon in it, and that's a Pokemon world. It's not like, someone from our world went to the Pokemon world. Or
that was Arlo.
But yeah.
Hi Arlo, if you're watching this somehow.
Yeah, vice versa. And that's actually pretty true right there. All the time we see a live-action version of our childhood, it's either they come here, or we go there, or something like that, and it kind of gets repetitive, especially when they add in New York. I'm not kidding. It's always New York.
I know.
Is New York that magical? Usually I just see magical jackwagons there. PG-13 people, I had to use jackwagons.
I was about to say, that sounded like something else.
Overall, I think that's pretty much it right now.
Yeah. A little channel news. If you stuck around this long, this weekend we are filming our big project that we have been working on. We wanted to do last year, but time constraints.
It's been a year in the making.
Yeah, it's been a year in the making. I'm really excited about this. We
Same
finally
here.
got everything we needed to get it done. We're gonna get it all done this weekend, and hopefully it can. Our friend editor Alex can get it all done by before Christmas, yeah. I'm excited.
Same here. Also, remember next week we will not be doing a random talks next week due to Thanksgiving.
And we both work Black Friday.
Yeah.
Also, due to technical difficulties, and I do mean technical difficulties, I can prove it. Battle damaged iPad. My script for my next Otaku Talk has been completely gone.
Oh.
It was done. I was actually going to start filming it on Sunday.
That's like schoolwork that you just got finished. Like, finally,
and then the
now to
computer
save
dies,
it.
yeah. Well, I've had this iPad since 2012.
Yeah, since we graduated high school.
Yes, and it has been through a lot. And I bet you're wondering, how does an iPad get that badly damaged? Because you see holes. That's not a hole. That's just the plastic on top falling off. It had an accident where it was in a case, it fell, and the plastic still broke. The top layer. Anyways, that's besides the point. Until I can find the time to rewrite the script from scratch, that Otaku Talk is going to be put on the back burner. It was going to be Toriko. And that is the house phone ringing, probably with a telemarketer.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's just continue.
That's not the point. Because of that, it's going to be on the back burner. So the next Otaku Talk will be for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's not an anime, but it's something I'm passionate about. I'm going to have a good 2 weeks to play it. By that time, I will have beaten the Elite Four, given my record with past Gen 1 remakes and Gen 1 games.
And Pokemon games.
Yes. Well, actually, no. Usually the first time around is pretty slow, but because this is a remake, I mean, heck, I was able to beat Pokemon Red on a replay through recently in literally a day.
Mm.
And I'm talking starting Pallet Town, getting all gem badges, beating the Elite Four. Now, granted, I didn't get a lot in the Pokédex, but that's besides the point.
Mm.
Anyways, that'll be the next Otaku Talk for...
the next review. Dan, the episode is still going to be a while. I've still been trying to get script work done, but due to housework, as in building up some places that were broken down for renovations, that's been on the back burner, and me working a full-time job has also been in the way. I am still trying to at least get the script written down, so it will be coming sooner. Hopefully.
I was waiting for a rather than later, but that didn't happen. Also, we will be having a studio relocation starting in the beginning of next year. So if there are some delays in certain videos, whether it be random talks or something else, pop videos, who knows. If there's a delay for like you haven't heard from us in a while, that's why. But that's a couple months away, so yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm Review It Dan.
I'm Otaku Kent.
Hope y'all had a blast.
And don't forget to stay random.
Mine.
Bye, guys.
Bye.